We're now joined by cricket analyst and commentator Hussein Manack. Hussein, a very good morning and a warm welcome to the agenda.
Good morning, Centurion. Thank you very much.
Not a great start at all for the Proteas against England under a new coaching regime and with all the shenanigans going on at Cricket South Africa.
Yeah, I think the first ball, of course, wicket of the first ball of the test match, which is unusual, doesn't often happen. But South Africa ended up with 277 for 9, which I think they'd be a little disappointed with. There were opportunities for them to perhaps maybe kick on a few batters in the top order, could have maybe got bigger scores. De Kock was unlucky on 95 to get out a very good delivery. But I think overall, in the first innings, they've probably been happier around about 350, somewhere around there. So probably thinking at the moment that this last wicket, Vernon Philander's still there, maybe they can squeeze another 40 or 50 runs.
And a man to watch yesterday was Rassie van der Dussen, who made his debut yesterday, and one of the 6 uncapped players named in the squad for the first 2 matches of the series. He's replacing Themba Bavuma, but is he equal to the task? Will he be the man to watch throughout the series?
Yeah, I think, South Africa are fortunate. There's many good, talented young players in the system. There were 6 debutants named in the squad of 16, and Van der Dussen is one of those. Proteas another one. So there's 2 debutants in the test side for this particular test match. He's a talented player. The thing about Van der Dussen is he's played many years of first-class cricket for the Lions. He's 30 years old, so got a lot of experience behind him. He's young in terms of experience now at international level in that he's making his debut, but he's got a lot of experience, so he comes with a wealth of experience. I think he'll do well. He's unlucky in his first test innings, but let's see how it unfolds. He's got a wealth of experience and he's got enough talent there, I think, to put it together.
And day one ended with England on top. Are they likely to keep the momentum?
England, they've had their own challenges off the field. A few of in their attack. Geoffrey Archer, Stuart Broad, even Anderson. A few of them were taken ill. There's a few players now who are not even at the ground. They're at the hotel in quarantine because there's some bug that's been going around the team environment. So they've been a bit unlucky in that. So it showed yesterday in that some of their bowlers were not at 100%. Geoffrey Archer, who a lot of people are were looking forward to watch in South Africa because of the pace and the way he bowled in the World Cup and even the Ashes recently. He wasn't quite at 100% yesterday. So I think that also in a way played into the hands of the South Africans, just allowed them to settle in. But England, interestingly enough, yesterday won the toss, decided to bowl on a pitch that people know will probably deteriorate over the course of 3-4 days with the heat and will become more inconsistent as far as bounce is concerned. So I'm not sure if that was the right decision. Also, they haven't gone in with a spinner in the 11. So, 2 kind of risky maneuvers or moves there from the England setup. But the fact that they've also restricted to South Africa so far to under 300, let's see how it plays out. It may just pay off. Yeah,
it may. Well, brilliant bowling from Centurion we've seen yesterday. He returned to the attack and dismissed De Kock 5 short of a century with a great outswinger. That was his 4th wicket, by the way, of the day. You reckon that was his best performance ever?
Look, he hasn't got a 5er yet in international cricket. So I don't think he has, at least. But that performance yesterday was, I thought, very impressive because you look at the other bowlers, they struggled, they couldn't find their lanes. Anderson hasn't played in a first-class game since August. He's come back from an injury. Archer, Broad, these guys haven't played in the warm-up games because of the illness that I spoke about. So Curran came and he bowled quite nicely. Stokes was also off the field, by the way, because he also was ill. So they've got their challenges, But Curran was the one bowler who really ran in. He hit good lines and lengths. He swung the ball, and I think he fully deserved his 4 wickets. And the fact that he's a left-arm seamer means he's always creating a different angle, hitting different areas on the wicket. And he bowled quite nicely. I mean, this morning, I'll be surprised if he didn't get the ball to start off, because maybe an opportunity for him to pick up a 5er.
And we've seen Jimmy Anderson back into the attack with an almost new ball. And Rabada on strike.
Yeah, well, look at Rabada. We know he can bat and bowl as well. I'm looking forward to see Kagiso Rabada bowl, coming back. And he's had quite a bit of a workload over the last season or 2. So Kagiso Rabada, we know he can bat, but, with the ball is really where I think South Africa would love to see him come in and really run through the England attack. So the test match at the moment is pretty evenly poised. I think perhaps maybe England just slightly noses in front, But if South Africa come out this morning with the new ball when they do get it in their hands and pick up a few early wickets, it could be a very interesting test match and a series.
Yeah, and we're yet to see that. And what would you recommend the boys do?
Well, I think the first thing is this last wicket, maybe put on another 20-30 runs if they can put something or get closer to 350. That would just put the momentum in their favour when they get the ball and come out to bowl. Then pick up a few early wickets. It looks a little overcast. We're just having a look at the build up there, so it looks a bit overcast at Centurion. If they can use those conditions. And yesterday, I must say, it looked like a patchy pitch, which is why England decided to bowl. So there's some patches of grass, a little bit of uneven bounce already on the first day. We saw a few balls kick over length. So if South Africa are really consistent with their lengths and lines and bowl in good areas, I think they can create a few problems, because the English also, their batting hasn't been great of late. They battled in New Zealand, they battled in the West Indies. So recently their test record hasn't been great. So South Africa can put them under pressure if they put on or get a few early wickets.
One wonders though, with all the nonsense that's going on at cricket South Africa, how likely would that affect the Proteas' performance?
Yeah, I think once the guys get on the field, it's you switch on and they're just going to play. So it's that those things are not going to be on their mind. I think they're professional enough to really block those things out, but it would have affected the preparation leading into the series. And generally your preparation for a series like this will start with the coach, the assistant coaches, your management team, everybody in the squad. That will start for months beforehand, a preparation, a series like this. And the fact that your coach was only appointed as late as last week definitely will play a factor in the build-up and the preparation leading into the series. But like I say, once the guys get going and they play and they focus and they've got the bat and ball in there, and they just got to do what they do best, which is play cricket like professionals that they are.
Home ground advantage, would that help the Proteas?
Absolutely. I mean, there's two things. One is the home ground advantage, where South Africa know the conditions better than anybody else. The guys have played at Centurion, at the Wanderers, at Newlands, all the test venues here. They've played on those venues, on those pitches, in those conditions many times. So foreign conditions for the English, many of them who are coming to South Africa for the first time. So South Africa can utilize that advantage. Other advantage is the ball itself. So in England they play test cricket with a Duke cricket ball, which has a higher seam. It's a seam that really stands up a bit, and the England bowlers use that quite effectively, because the ball hits the surface and when it hits the seam, it seams quite a bit. The kookaburra, which we use in South Africa and Australia, it's got a flatter seam. Although it continues swinging, it's not as effective and easy for you to hit and get seam movement. So the English bowlers have battled over the years statistically with the kookaburra and to bowl with the kookaburra in foreign conditions. So they don't have a good record away from home. And let's see how that plays out, because that could play into the hands of South Africa as well.
We can only wish them the best. Thank you so much, Hussein, for your time.
Pleasure. Thanks, Simply.
That was cricket analyst Hussein Manack joining us in our Johannesburg studio.